Rabotai, I'd like to ask you guys a question and give you guys a crazy lesson that I came up with, and I think it's very important. That is, we know in the Midbar, after we get out of Yam Suf, after everything is done, 3 days we didn't have water. Finally, we get to a place called Marah, and by the place of Marah, they found water. Now they about to drink the water. Everybody knows the water was bitter. So what does Hashem say to Moshe? Of course, you have the Erev Rav, Moshe, no water, ba 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 ba. So what do you have to say? What do you say? He says, Hashem tells Moshe, take the branch, throw it into the water. What kind of branch was it? They bring down the branch was extremely bitter. So you're taking bitter waters, and you're throwing an extremely bitter branch in the bitter waters. And guess what? It turns sweet. Of course, there's many lessons that we learn from this. But one of the lessons that I want to teach you guys is, which I think is very, very important, is like I got this morning. What happened was, I'll tell you exactly what happened. That's why I'm bringing it out. In life, there's sometimes it might be a tough. Sometimes a person might have in his lifetime a tough situation, tough time in his life. And the Torah teaches us, Mimkomcha al tenach. From your place, do not budge. Meaning, I get a text in the morning. A guy texts me, Rabbi, Minyan, it's too tough, it's this, like a whole Megillah. I want to tell you something. This guy has been coming constantly. I said, what happened? Must be the Yetzer Hara is playing with your head grade, and he's making it, and I'm not feeling it, and I'm not feeling it, and I don't feel like doing it, and I'm not feeling it a million times. So Habibi, even if you're not feeling it, you still go for it. How do you think any successful person did it? In anything, an aspect in life, whether you take actors, athletes, basketball players, how do you think they did it? Well, you think they were in the mood to practice? The coach said it's time to practice. That's it. Come on. They're not in the mood. They're a little blurry. You know what I'm saying? They're having a stuffy nose. You know. They went. They played the game. That's it. This is what it is. And guess what? Later on, they became champions. Right? Same thing with persons, kiviyachol elef avdalot, but religion, you're not in the mood. We know you're not in the mood. Do it anyway, even if you're not in the mood. It's bitter right now. I'm not meaning to say you're not in the mood. It's hard. It's tough. Do it anyway. Do it anyway, and it'll turn sweet for you. It will turn sweet for you. There was a great rabbi, Rav Aaron Kalla. Everybody knows Gaon Gadol Ador. Rav Aaron Kalla. One time there was a bacher. I always say this story, and I love it. A bacher came to me and says, Rabbi, I don't have a cheshik to learn. I'm not in the mood to learn. I'm not in the mood to learn. So he says, I'm jealous of you. You're jealous of me, Rabbi? Come on. I'm not in the mood to learn. You're always in the da-da-da-da-da. He said, by me, in my life, I always, Rav Aaron Kalla was saying, in my life, I always had a desire to learn. There wasn't a time in my life where I didn't have a desire. I always had a desire to learn. My cheshik was always there. He was wrong at the learning. He was a gaon at suman. He was always in the learning. He says, but you have a chance when you're not in the mood and you're learning anyway. Why? How sweet it is that you're giving to Borei Olam, the sweetness, the sugar. Oh, look at this guy. He's not in the mood, but he's doing it anyway. You know how sweet that becomes into Borei Olam? Like, wow, look at this guy. Of course, and guess what? Eventually, that mood would change. That mood would change, and you know what? You get into it. Never give up. Never give up. A person says, people, you'll start a guy, let's say he's in a journey to finish Shas. So here's Daf Yomi. Daf Yomi, excited, Berachot. The whole dinya, when you head to Berachot, everybody's in from the beginning to Berachot, they finish. It's only 63 days, 64 days, boom, they're in. They just finished the Siyum, they're excited, ay. Then you have Shabbat. Now, some people yes, some people no, the Shabbat is much longer, 100 and that. Then comes Eruvin. Eruvin is a little bit tough, the measurements, this way, that way, ba. So you have guys, And then all of a sudden, it became hard for them. I'll give you an example. It became hard when it hit a certain mesechet. It became hard with the regimen. But if a guy continues, even though it's in the hard times, the sweet times will come. The sweet times will come. And it's in the hard times, and it's in those times where HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to see, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a wuss and just drop everything? Oh, I'm not in the mood, blah, 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 blah. Or you're going to do it anyway, even though it's tough, and you're going to do it anyway. And even though you're just moving your body in order to do that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is, wow, look at that guy. Look at this guy, amazing. Amazing. And sometimes you might have to take a step back a little bit, okay. But at least don't give up. At least don't give up. You have to take a step back a little bit. Okay, I understand. You need a little breather. I understand, very nice. But don't throw in the towel. Don't throw in the towel. And at those times, just know, you're turning the bitter into sweet. It's going to come sweet to you.